There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more Ketracel White. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keeban's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Keeban may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Keeban doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
What did he say?
All the wrong things.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Wednesday Show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday Show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the Jem'Hadar always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the Jem'Hadar will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the Jem'Hadar before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the Jem'Hadar can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Get out of my way! That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder, this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities. So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside. There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more Tetracell White. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keevan's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Keevan may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Keevan doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
do they say?
All the wrong things?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
There he is.
Damar's a creature of habit, all right. After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Kanar. Why are the THUR always in here, he asks himself. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't gamble, all they do is take up space. Damar asks his bartender if he found a pad he was working on the other day.
My brother tells the truth. He hasn't seen it.
Damar doesn't like that. The pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white. In it, he speculates that without the drug, the THUR will run amok, killing everyone and everything in their path. Damar recommends that if the Cardassians can't bring down the minefield and reopen the supply line from the Gamma Quadrant, they should poison the last ration of white, eliminating the THUR before it's too late. How did you get a hold of Damar's pad anyway?
I'm good with my hands. Here we go. They've seen him.
The missing pad. Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters, right where I left it.
I knew this was gonna work. The Cardassians and the THUR can pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Get out of my way!
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder, this whole thing was a mistake. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities. So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside. There's no way out of this canyon, and we have phasers locked on every one of you.
It appears you have a decisive advantage.
To fight a battle under these circumstances would serve no purpose. I'm prepared to offer terms. Hear me out. I know you need more Ketracel White. My doctor can sedate your men and keep them alive until we're rescued. After that, we can put you in medical stasis until we secure a new supply.
The Vorta did not give me the option to surrender.
Keeban's betrayed you. He gave us your entire plan of attack last night.
It was obvious that approaching your position from this canyon was a deliberate tactical error on his part.
You knew?
I suspected. Despite what Keeban may think, the Jem'Hadar are often one step ahead of the Vorta.
You can still stay one step ahead. Surrender.
I have my orders.
Keeban doesn't deserve the unwavering loyalty you're giving him.
He does not have to earn my loyalty, Captain. He has had it from the moment I was conceived. I am a Jem'Hadar. He is a Vorta. It is the order of things.
Do you really want to give up your life for the order of things?
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
What did he say?
All the wrong things?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm usually joined by two of my favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey in Canada and Terry Diamantis down under. You can find us on Rumble every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we bring in YouTube at 9 p.m. to simulcast on YouTube as well. Hope you have time to stop by.
Minions of the Zoo in space.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Minions of the Zoo in space. I'm a keeper for Tyr Alexander, and I'm here with my friends Mitch Nemo,
It was me.
Willard Forge,
Yeah, Tyr thinks he's pretty smart. Told me an onion is the only food that makes you cry. So I threw a coconut at his face.
wow, and that hurt you, fuck. Riding Corpse,
Can't prove I'm here.
Kefki, Kefki.
It was Mitchley.
It was Mitchley. Batman.
I'm not talking to you until that check clears.
I told you to clear eventually. I gotta get funds. Damn, hold on to it. God, Jesus Christ. And Critical Thinker Guild.
It was me, Barry. It was me.
No, it wasn't you, bastard. It was Iris.
All right.
You know that scene when
fake
Iris
Black
was
Iris.
thinking, that was me.
It was fake Black Iris.
Black Iris.
All right. Where was I? So, anything interesting happened to anybody tonight?
Besides having to work.
Not tonight.
Let me think. No.
Yo, K-Show.
Casual.
Casual.
Hold. Wait a minute. Batman.
Okay.
Jen wants to know,
Jen.
can you take Carney back already?
Who?
Mark Carney, her prime minister.
No.
Damn. Oh well.
If he's our Prime Minister, he's Canadian. We can't have him. We don't want him. We've got enough troubles of our own.
I'm trying to get y'all to keep Rosie O'Donnell's fat ass.
We don't want him. You can have him. He's too dumb for us.
Apparently, Ellen DeGeneres wants to come back to the United States.
Yeah, that's because our house flooded out. Serves right for buying a house in a floodplain.
No, that's not why.
I still need to
Because
do.
she found out. She finally realized that Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino are refusing to prosecute the.
Yeah, she's perfectly fine.
So she thinks it's safe in America.
They were scared
again.
they were going to go to jail.
That's
Have you
all
noticed
that's all I'm going to say on that.
The older Ellen DeGeneres gets, the more she looks like Bill Gates.
That's true. Hold on.
You ever see what a potato looks like when it's been sitting around too long?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I know.
Hold on, everybody. Thank you. I was trying to ask, do y'all still need to do daily? Because I need to do mine.
Yeah. I might as well. I mean, I've missed an entire week's worth, so it's not really worth me doing them. But yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal.
I got 4 more to do.
I've got 1 more to do tomorrow.
Well,
it's all dilithium. Oh, I forgot to check the dilithium.
It closes on the 20th, and I've only done 3.
Oof. Well, I guess you're not getting the.
What the no prize that they're giving away this time?
The thing that I'm not concerned about.
Yeah.
They used to give those out in Marvel Comics. They had the whole gag about the no prize.
I actually.
No prize.
Kefki.
Yes.
Stanley was at a book signing in Newcastle. I took along my copy of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and complained bitterly to him that I was promised a no prize in 1974, and got him to make that book an official no prize.
That's awesome. I had that book too. I had How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
I've still got mine.
That's awesome. Mine fell to bit.
No, web.
I'm thinking about getting another copy of it because I think they still sell it. You know, not that to use. Well, I could probably use it, reference it and stuff, but just to have it because that used to be like my go-to on how to help myself draw and stuff. Love that book.
Oh yeah, it's a very useful book for drawing, especially if you want to draw like heavily action-oriented and larger-than-life characters.
Well, yeah, but also with
Family.
characters and stuff, it is a hell of a lot more helpful. It's severely dated, but even back when I got it, it was pretty dated. But and I got it in the early '90s. But still, it even though it's dated, it's a better resource than most how to draw fucking books nowadays. You know, because it tells you how to flesh things out and the foreshortening and all this other stuff. Yeah, it shows you basically how to build and draw a character from ground up instead of just giving you a picture to copy.
And
it says okay to use the circles and blocks and then stick figures, and it shows you how to do that. It even shows you how to do a scribbly method to get the feel of a body and figure. Yeah, it's a super useful book. It really is.
Yeah, it says it also gives you information on how to on composition of pictures.
Yeah, it's not even just drawing or pencils. They go into how you can ink and everything. It's really, really useful. It's a great book.
You'll need both, Tyr. You'll need both.
I highly recommend it if somebody wants to get into drawing, and especially in like a more comic style. It's one of the best resources out there, even though it is it came out in the early 80s, I think, maybe before that.
Late 70s, I believe.
Like late 70s. Okay, Yeah,
I
it's
got-
still a great freaking resource. I love that book.
I got mine in the mid 80s, I believe.
Only I had
Nice.
talent.
Well, I mean, here you could always just try to draw a little bit for like 100 days to see how you improve.
That's a good idea, actually.
Like,
Like, draw the same thing every day for 100 days.
Draw your hand.
No, that
Seriously,
is
draw your
actually
hand.
a really good exercise. Is to draw for like, like 100 days or so. Just draw and practice on basically the same thing. The best thing you could do for drawing though is learning anatomy, which I suck at. I try, but anatomy really fucking helps. And yeah.
Speaking of anatomy, like there was a while there where people like were drawing superhero characters, like female superhero characters, and there was a whole bunch of like asshole comments that are like, "Where are her organs?"
Yeah,
drawing.
the waists so tiny. They would all have super big tits and tiny, tiny waists and big bubble butts. And
It's a fucking drawing.
Who fucking
Hold on. Don't forget, they've done that shit for before that. They did that shit with the original Sleeping Beauty.
See, that's what I was saying. That's why when I draw females, I guess that's how I learned it. I draw big tits, tiny waist, bubble butt.
The thing is, I mean, those proportions are exaggerated, but they're still anatomically correct.
Hi, Jen! Hi, God. If I draw
Hello,
my hands,
Jennifer.
was it going to have toe beads? Yes, of
Yes.
course it'll have the beads, Jen. Also, hi, God, I haven't seen you in a while. It's nice to see you.
The beans.
But yeah, I used to read one of my favorite books. I used to read those Lady Deaths. I don't know if you've ever seen Lady Death, but that's how I drew my females. You know, with melons bigger than their head.
Hold
Each
on,
melon.
you gotta
bigger than the
remember.
head.
You gotta remember something. Comics originally were to appeal to young men, and what do most young men like?
Okay, but I would argue that they would appeal to young women too. You look how muscular and buff those superhero guys are. A lot of girls like that stuff.
Yeah, it's for the male gaze. It's for the female gaze too. Fuck off.
The female gaze.
I mean, they keep saying, "Oh, the female superheroes are drawn like that for because it's a male sexual fantasy, and the male superheroes are drawn like that because it's a male power trip."
Yeah.
The female superheroes are also drawn like that because it's a female power trip.
Yep.
Yes.
It is an idealized form of the female human body.
It's
I mean,
make a female want to be
it-
absolutely beautiful too. You know,
it's anatomically viable, right? The way they're drawn.
Yeah.
There would be nothing. A woman who was built like that would have no physical shortcomings. If you know what I mean.
Ass raping me.
Well,
God, get off my.
Talking about if
Motherfuckers!
Lady Death, she would have the shortcoming of fighting gravity, but yeah, her boobs would plonk her to the ground. Gravity
Well, see, the problem I realize is people, the modern female feminist types, those who like to bitch and complain, are angry that they can't achieve those proportions.
Well,
They can. They just don't.
They're lazy and they don't want to
work.
When I was working on, I was trying to work on my VTuber
Motherfucker.
model. I've gone through several different ideas and sketches, but originally I wanted to go with the Stephen Hughes kind of art style for Lady Death because I really like that. It's special because I grew up reading that. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I'd probably get, like, if I streamed on Twitch or something with a character like that, I'd probably get banned just based on her tit size alone. So
There's a VTuber named Amelie. Monarch. Her name is also Monarch as well. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, what the fuck? Like, I
bazookas.
can't even pop in there before the fucking recluses attack me. Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on with the TFO?
Oh, stop whining.
Are like 3 times the size of her head.
Right, Mitch, I think we found the new Sir Wolfie.
No, seriously, I like they are like I literally will respawn in the middle of a fucking battle formation.
I can't believe I just got caught in a thorny web sandwich there. Literally.
Where is it?
Fuckers.
Oh,
Yeah, I got.
hold up.
Oh, I think I just got nested webs.
I
Oh,
was
they're not
literally,
quite nested there.
literally in the flat web
Oh, that's okay.
sheets.
Yeah.
I got caught in between two of those.
But what was I about to say before?
He made a
Oh, I
Tholian
can't.
sandwich.
Fred. Oh yeah, I can. No.
One of the things about a lot of those animated characters too, that they get to the all the complaints from the feminists and everything. They used to rotoscope them. They literally traced actual women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
if anyone's interested, I have my base sketch for my human VTuber down a little bit. I've got it touched in parts. Huh?
If you send it to me, I could put it on stream after the CFO chapter.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just showing you guys. I don't want to.
All right.
I don't want to show it on stream.
Okay.
Not until I'm done. That's just a rough sketch. Yeah. I had to make the boobies much smaller.
I can't look at it because again, currently the CFO.
Oh, okay. I can show you some other
You
time.
can't look at it
That's
because
cool.
his boobies are.
Thank you.
If you keep it up,
Save the boobies for later.
if you keep it up,
Yeah.
Kathy, for a while, I'll take a look at it. I would like.
You know,
I'll just send you a picture of it if you want to see it. I can send you a screenshot. I'm
You know
trying
the
to do it secret about it. I don't want to share it on stream or anything.
You know, the say art is subjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's including the artist as well. People tend to forget this.
Yep.
Art is
like my
subjective.
personal favorite, the angriness about the whole proportions and whatnot. What was it like? Yuzi-chan or something? The girl in college. Did my phone go stupid?
You can need you or want you or something to that effect. Or I know
Yeah, of like they're like
Deco,
she's
Deco.
not proportional, and then like the freaking woman who drew it looks like her.
Is a fucking short stack.
Yeah.
Short stacks exist.
Oh, my personal favorite in some of those is when they're like,
proportionally
how,
accurate.
like,
Oh,
they
fuck
pull the whole thing of like, you know, this woman looks so unrealistic. The author, it's her using herself as a reference.
Oh, that poor. I bet that hit her confidence too. I hate when people do that. I really do.
I think I heard
Criticize
something
someone's
about
character.
the way John Buscema used to draw the Invisible Woman, and he pointed out that the original model he used when he took over drawing the Fantastic Four was his wife.
Do y'all remember? I can't remember the name. The name of the game. It's a recent Souls-like from Korea, where it was like they were all bitching about how like this Korean. It does. Oh, those proportions don't exist, and it's actually a Korean model who's like the creator's girlfriend or wife.
Yeah, pisses
something.
me off because I hate people that do that. They're like, oh, this that
Body
this,
types of
those
all
proportions.
types out there.
It's because
It doesn't fucking matter. The people are gonna draw what they want to draw. Shut the fuck up. It's just like people go, oh, I'm gonna fix your art. Oh, there, it looks better. It's like, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you.
It's because they're fat, misshapen, and ugly. They think every woman is fat, misshapen, and ugly.
You also got the.
Hey, Badger.
Yo, Badger.
Speaking of awesome artists,
Hello, Badger.
Badger is here.
Hold on, y'all also got the toxic fans of like the property that they're adapting. Like the one girl who got like massive shit because she drew Rose Quartz as a black woman or with darker skin. You know.
But people that artists just draw it. It's how you express yourself. Let them do what the fuck they want. And
Yeah,
if you don't
within
like
reason.
it, wipe off.
I mean, if it's somebody else's IP, like like Tyr said, drawing an established character as a different race, that's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, no,
It's not as an official, but as fan art.
That are. Sorry, I just want to interject. I can see
Yeah,
certain things that are wrong.
different.
It's like if somebody drew my ferret or my character, like if I had a human character, somebody drew it in a pornographic way, that would upset me. I could see that. There's certain things that you just please don't draw my character this way because it becomes like a representation of you. It is you, and then some people will take that and draw it in all sorts of heinous, awful, nasty ways. You know, like Rule 34, and that's not right.
Would you include Donald Duck porn in that?
All right.
I don't want to see any kind of fraud. So I mean, taking people's IPs and doing that, but it is awesome if people do your fan art though. That's freaking awesome. Yes.
Kefki, I've
If you
learned
do
this.
fan art of somebody like that, that's great.
Kefki, I get what you're saying, but even then, I still. All right. So, do you know about the mouthwashing controversy, like when it first came out, or like toward the beginning of its
No.
life
That's a
cycle?
game, isn't it? Mouthwash?
Yeah. So there was
Yeah.
this artist was chilling in his room, and he like saw the picture. He saw one of the characters on there, and he thinks she was kind of cute. So he drew her with
Uh-huh.
exaggerated proportions, like had her like massive tits and this sad expression. Like he even gave her outfit because he thought it looked better as hell. And people attacked him because he drew a lewd, not necessarily a lewd picture. Like she had on her outfit, she just had exaggerated tits
There's
and
a
outfits.
difference between
Hold on, wait,
lewd and porno, though. You know?
wait a minute, but hold on.
Oh.
And then like people started attacking him because well this character was sexually assaulted and whatnot. Well, and he goes, well, I didn't know that. All I saw was this character, and I'm like, hey, I want to draw that in my style.
Yeah.
And people attacked him for it.
Well, then that's not right. That's not right. Then it's especially if they explain themselves, and they should just stop bothering him.
But even if the character was a victim of sexual assault, it's a fictional character.
Yeah.
I know, but still, it's the notion of it. That's like people going, "Oh, I'm going to draw a horrible thing of this child character. It's just artwork." No, that represents a child. You know, it's what it represents.
Kefki, if I read a book and I had a character like strangle children unmercifully, how many children were actually hurt?
None, but you don't. No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I guess it really doesn't apply to what you were saying with the lewd of the adult character. What I'm trying to say is people will take that, run with it. It's a slippery slope going into other things, and it's just some things. But this person didn't know about that character. He just saw the character, liked the design, thought she was cute, and drew her. That's fine. I don't think people should have got upset at him, especially once he explained himself.
I don't think he should have had to explain himself at all. Again, no one was hurt. Like no human being is hurt by him drawing that of a character who in a game that only exists in zeros and ones was sexually assaulted by another character who only exists in zeros and ones in a horror game, as a matter of fact, where everybody fucking dies.
Like I said, I mean, but I can understand why some people would have been like, "Whoa, that character was assaulted." It's because some other people could take that notion and draw that character. It would be different if they were drawing that character being assaulted or reliving something like that. You know, it's not the same thing. I'm just prattling. I don't like when people draw children characters in pornographic situations. That's wrong.
And I agree.
And it leads to real life things, is what I was saying. But that guy didn't realize that, and so they shouldn't have messed with him, like to that degree.
I mean, it's okay for a story to whole cloth slaughter children, and I'm not condoning this, but I'm just saying, art's art, man.
No, I'm not explaining myself well. I'm
saying.
He's trying to say that some people would take that scenario and turn that fantasy and dwell in that fantasy and draw that fantasy, and eventually, if they keep drawing that fantasy, they will live out that fantasy.
Some people will say that drawing and say, "Been there, done that."
Yeah.
Sad to say.
But
can we please change the subject?
Yeah, let's move on. So how about those Knicks?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
It's all good.
It's not you, Kefki.
It's not you. It's Tyr.
Lodi, sorry too.
Wow.
Not Lodi.
I was just explaining what you're saying. Move on to.
It's not anybody.
Okay, how about
people have different standards, and that's
How
fine.
about them Redskins? Wait, no, that I can't say that. No, wait, no, I'm half Cherokee. I can say that. How about them Redskins?
Hold on, which Kefki? Which half of you is Cherokee?
My father, my dad's side.
No, I thought you were going to say the. I thought you were going to say the left or the right side there.
Oh, I don't know.
It's diagonally.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to read some of the chat. That's not always true. Tyr, Japanese, not in Korea has one of those where Animal is based off of real murder and grape. If you just fictional like Goblin Scared, they don't exist. So yeah, I get your Tyr. Like Hello Kitty murder. God damn it! And the Concrete Girl.
Wow.
Jesus, Jen.
Would be funny.
Friendship is
I think I know the murder thing that you're talking about. You're talking about the Japanese chick,
And
right?
and it wasn't Faster Pussycat Kill.
Judo. Anyway, sorry.
All right, so new topic.
Think about that. It makes me sad. Yeah.
I
cry.
Puppies, kittens, ferrets.
Oh shit! I'm gonna tell y'all. I'll tell y'all how.
Sugar gliders, chinchillas.
I want to tell y'all a story about my Sunday.
Okay.
And
you go to church?
No, I didn't. I was at work. And
was it a cherry Sunday?
No, it wasn't a cherry Sunday. It was a regular Sunday. So I'm at work and I'm doing my job like I normally do. I had earplugs in because the station I was at is rather loud, and it's rather difficult to think when you got a shit ton of machines beeping, booping, and running. I go upstairs to do a pet.
For the Borg.
I did. I go upstairs to do a pet, and I do these things blindfold. Like they send me up there because I love animals, and it doesn't bother me. So I'm doing my inspection, and I doing what I normally do, and I even pet the little dog. It's a cute little dog.
Aww.
And then I put the thing in there, and it snarls at me. You know, I'm still in there, it snarls at me.
I like this
owner,
dog even more.
Go ahead. The owner says some snarl remark like, "I told you, let me do it." And I said, "Well, obviously I can't hear you because again I got ear plugs in." And she wants to follow the play with my manager, my supervisor. Okay. I spent like 20 minutes trying to get a hold of my supervisor, and and we're all making fun of the fact that she got angry at me because her dog snarled at me while I was doing my job.
Yeah, that's.
You work at a pet shop?
No, I went to TSA.
You work at a what?
Sorry, my manager's in another airport.
5 people at a time, please. You work at a what tier?
I work at an airport. I'm TSA.
Ah.
Sorry, ma'am. My manager's in another airport right now.
No,
Which destination are you going to?
I got her. I got her my manager. I'm not that type. And now everybody's laughing at me calling the dog puncher because from what the lady said to my screener manager was I assaulted her dog. I was roughing her dog.
Bullshit. You would never do anything like that. That's not the type of person.
In all seriousness, Tyr, I can't see you doing any harm to an animal.
I'm a lich. I'm Bones. That dog will tear me apart.
Tyr loves animals. He would never hurt an animal.
I don't want to bury Tyr in so many different places.
I bet even if the puppers bit Tyr wouldn't hurt an animal. I don't believe that whatsoever.
45 days. 45 days in my work had to cover my medical expenses. Fuck yes.
It'd be left. The only part of Tyr that would be left would be able to get a job in a Shakespeare plays in Hamlet as Horatio. You know, alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio.
How much? You see my skull? Like, how much are I getting paid for this?
No, Tyr, that kind of reminds me of one situation in my FedEx days.
Right for another CFO. Sorry, but I pressed it anyway.
Yeah.
No, fine. So, they had a loop driveway, so it didn't have to. So you could like pull in and pull around and everything, but there wasn't a lot of space. So I took it very, very slowly, very carefully. Get out, get the package. As I'm getting out of the truck and going for the package, the dog who was on the porch gets off the porch and everything. I go up to the door and the owner comes out and starts yelling at me how I drove over this, almost hit the dog, almost the way they were acting. You would have thought that I turfed the lawn, ran over the dog and rammed their car and ran away. It was like, basically threatened extreme violence if he ever saw me on his property again.
Wow.
Right, I'm annoyed now. Somebody said that Encounter 5 was good. I said it's bland, and he called me Discovery Guy. And then we got pulled into the task force.
The funny thing is, I got another delivery for that house next week. It's like,
nice.
Hey, I'm an invited guest. You really don't want to do anything to me because by ordering the delivery, you have turned me into an invited guest on your property.
Oh, yeah.
You bear liability for that. That's why if your dog bites a delivery guy, you're on the hook for a lot of money potentially.
Shit,
Because
if your dog bites a TSO, you're on the hook for a lot of money too, because you knew your dog was aggressive and you didn't take precautions like a muzzle or sedation to ensure my protection.
Yeah.
I got a dog story. I was in my yard, and I was near the rose bush, which was like only like 5 feet away from my dog's pen. My dog Chopper, he used to be in a pen because we lived in a neighborhood, so he had this big gated area with his doghouse right in the middle. And like three houses down, they had this German Shepherd, right? And apparently he got off the leash. He came over to my yard, started barking at me. So before I knew it, he had started running from the driveway over to me. My dog, Chopper's big black Labrador, jumped on top of his doghouse, cleared the fence, and attacked that dog.
Wow.
Because it was coming at me.
Good puppers.
And so they ended up calling the cops. Neighbor comes running out after he hears the dog fight. I can't get Chopper off the dog. The cops were called, and so they asked me what happened. I explained what happened. The dog was running at me coming at me in the yard. And so, because they were talking about, we're going to put your dog to sleep and attack my dog. Ended up, they got their asses in trouble. We didn't get in trouble at all. My dog was fine. Nothing happened to him. And so, they were going to put the neighbor's dog down, and I begged them. I begged the people not to do it. It's like, please don't do that. Please don't make them have to do that to their dog. Just make them put him on a leash. Well, we found out that he ended up giving him to his sister, and that resolved the whole issue. But yeah, that guy was so nasty and mean. He's like, your dog attacked my dog. But his dog was going to attack me.
But your dog was in my yard, on my property. Why the fuck would your dog?
He cleared the driveway and came into our yard right at me, and Chopper just cleared that whole big fence on the pen and just attacked. It's like,
again,
and they couldn't even get us because he was in the pen before that dog came into our yard. He never jumped the pen. That was like the only time he jumped it.
He was trying to protect his owner.
Yeah, he was a good dog. He was such a good boy. Yes.
I think one of the funniest things when it comes to vicious dogs is this guy used to live in around my neighbourhood, right? My old neighbourhood. Going back to like the late 80s. He had a Rottweiler, right?
Okay.
Oh.
He was one of those dickheads who gets a tough dog because he thinks it makes him tough.
Yeah.
My next door neighbour at the time, they had this cat, right? Nice, inoffensive cat. And this lad's coming up with the Rottweiler. The Rottweiler sees the cat and decides to go for the cat. And he's laughing, watch this, tear that cat apart. So the Rottweiler goes into the alleyway between our houses, right, chasing the cat. It disappears. And he says it's going to come back any minute now and it'll have that cat in its mouth. Yeah, it came back. The cat was standing on its back with its claws dug in, biting into its neck. The Rottweiler was screaming its head off.
I hope that cat scared the daylights out of that dog.
I hope that cat took a pound of flesh.
I saw this one video where a cat actually chased a dog away from a little kid too.
Oh yeah.
It was part of the yard, and it was like, you ain't fucking with my little human, and chased that dog, and the dog started running.
Yeah, because the dog was going to attack the kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
And it wasn't just one dog; it was a couple of dogs.
Okay.
If a cat is angry enough and is motivated enough, they'll go for anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are variants of cats that are like one generation off from wild,
Virility?
and they yeah, there's a variant of the Bengal cat. It has no concept of scale or potential danger. To this
Actually,
cat, everything is prey. It's just a matter of how long do I have to bide my time before I attack.
Oh, a Maine Coon. You see Maine Coon cats, right? You don't want to piss them off.
Wait a minute, Captain. What did you say? We cannot be using that word.
A Maine Coon
partially
cat.
because
The big.
of their, it's partially because of their domestication that they'll attack like that. Because cats in the wild are both predator and prey, so they're very skittish.
Yeah. No, but these cats are huge.
Domesticated cats are a lot less skittish than the wild cousins.
Right. Let me see.
Kefki said coon.
He said Maine Coon. That's the name of the cat. What is wrong?
Yeah,
That's a cat breed.
I know.
Yeah, it's the largest house cat going.
They're huge, and you don't want to piss them off.
They're adorable.
They're very protective of their humans. Yes.
They're huge. They're adorable. They're usually very, very gentle until you piss them off.
Yes. Yeah.
I just said
I'll
Kefki
show
said
a
coon.
picture. What did I say?
He said coon.
She said.
Oh, shut up, Bones.
Well, to quote Alex Jones for Tyr, he's kind of retarded. Not gonna lie.
Go to hell.
Tyr isn't kind. Hold on.
Tyr
Tyr isn't kind of anything.
They kind of look like Hellboy.
Damn.
And Jen,
he's pretty.
Absolutely right. The Japanese don't always know when to not go there. Hence, touching the boat, getting slapped by the sun twice.
Yes.
Have you not seen the manga and Japanese and anime? The Japanese are perverts.
I mean, if we're going to be honest about that, a lot of Eastern cultures are that way.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Badger, I believe that
I'm even
cats
including
are aggressive,
one of a
yeah.
specific Abrahamic religion.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me put my cultural Marxist hat on. Oh yeah, judge other cultures by your own narrow standards.
But don't extend.
Don't worry, I will.
Don't extend that courtesy to everybody else. Yeah.
You're a goober. You're a goober, Tyr.
Why am I a goober?
Or a fatwa.
I got
He's a high tier goober.
After 100 years.
He just became even more musky.
Boogers are more related to house cats too, as far as genus. Yeah,
Tyr
but you still don't want to mess with them.
Tyr is so much of a goober, he hangs around with the ghost chasers.
Hey!
And if you get that joke, you're as old as I am, we really like Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Badger said that I've heard multiple animal control people say that aggressive cats are very more dangerous than aggressive dogs. I believe that because they don't just use their teeth; they will shred your ass apart.
Dogs have only got one weapon: their teeth.
Cats got claws and teeth.
One of my dad's friends, when my dad was in the army, was an army dog handler.
Yeah.
One thing he told me is, the thing most people don't realise is, any human is more dangerous than any dog. Dogs only got one weapon.
Yeah.
And if you know what you're doing, it's easy to neutralise that weapon.
Keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
They've got claws too. They're not,
not
nearly as effective as
they've got
nails.
nails, not claws.
Nails.
They're there for traction. They're not there for fighting.
Cats are for fighting.
They can,
oh my goodness.
They can still do damage with them. They're
not much.
They're not there. They're not there specifically for attacking. But if you can dig with it, you can harm with it too.
Well, yeah,
with your fingernails.
It's imperative to a cat. Cats are built for slashing. And,
yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on. Is that Rotten who was saying that?
Yeah. When it comes to dogs as well, they don't have just one weapon. Their primary weapon, depending on the size of the dog, is their jaws. A lot of others also still use their weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can.
But their primary weapon is, you can,
honestly,
one of the things when a dog jumps at you, let it jump at you and catch it, when it hits you when you fall back. Therefore, you as you're falling back, you will now have control of the fall, and you can roll so the dog ends up on its back. That's another thing that army dog handlers learn. Human beings can beat dogs. Far more successfully than dogs can beat human beings.
Yeah, Jen brought up a good point that cat's claws are designed to cause infections too. If you ever heard of cat scratch fever, that's a real thing, and that's dangerous. Yes.
Scratch fever.
Well, the thing with cats is, as fastidious as they are about their cleanliness and everything, the inside of their mouths and
it's almost as dirty as humans.
Under their claws can be very, very dirty from an infection standpoint. It doesn't take a whole lot to potentially cause serious complications, even from a minor injury.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at what the main tool a cat uses to clean his fur with.
Yeah, that tongue is a goddamn piece of sandpaper, barely moisturized.
Yeah. There's some kind of parasite that cats have that supposedly can affect humans.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yeah. Supposedly it makes you like cats for some reason. I'm not sure if that's real.
Well, no,
it doesn't actually have an effect on humans, really.
It gets in. Wait a minute, hold on.
Its primary target is rats.
Yeah, it'll get into a rat and make it, more aggressive, like more docile to cats. Yeah.
Yeah, makes them like cats and not be afraid of them, which is say the parasite largely lives in rats, but there's a part of its life cycle actually requires being inside the cat's digestive system. So it works out really well for the parasite that it makes them.
Oh God! I just realized I'm probably
works out really well for the cat as well.
I've had cats and rats my whole life. Oh no!
Oh God! She got rat and cat fever.
It doesn't say. The thing is, Toxo is basically harmless to humans.
Yeah, it can increase the likelihood of your liking cats, but that's apparently quite debatable.
So, hey, I absolutely
I already like cats.
The only
raised with them.
Say the only part that that I know of is there is the potential for some developmental issues during pregnancy.
Yeah.
And say if you are first exposed to the parasite while pregnant, if you already had Toxo and then became pregnant, there's no harm, no foul. It's only if you don't have it and then you get it while you are pregnant. Yeah. Otherwise, it's essentially harmless to people.
And apparently, it's suspected that 60 to 95% of the human race is infected with it.
Oh, I'm sure I am actually, because like I was raised with cats since the time I was just a tiny little youngin.
Tyr, apart from bones, you don't have any any body, so you're safe.
I have a body. It's just in the other room, currently in under ice.
It's currently at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Okay.
It's not in the Mariana Trench.
I know some kind of parasite though that cats like my little girl ferret. She had to go live with my friend Stacy for a while because my mom was like, okay, the ferrets aren't getting along. And I didn't realize at the time how to bond them together. I eventually did, but so Stacy let Pogo, my little girl, play, and she got in the litter box and got infected with this kind of parasite. Nobody knew it because it wasn't affecting her much, but when I got her and put her and Pug together, Pug got it, and Pug got really sick. And so then they both had to go have it cleansed from their system, but I can't remember what the parasite was called. But I know it affects ferrets very badly, and they can get it from cats. It's not the same thing, I think. But
it's a good thing when friends bond, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a bad thing when friends bond with super glue.
Sorry, if I was going on a tangent, I'm sorry.
You're so caught up on my nuts, I should call you bombed.
Oh god, it's another one. Yeah, let's just use the
I miss
Star
my
Trek shit.
babies though.
Oh,
The
you were very
Enterprise
good
shit.
parent, Mama.
Thank you.
Like very, very good. You spent many hours dedicated to holding them, feeding them soup when they were sick, and taking care of them. Very good parent, Mom.
Yay. I miss
Ever
you.
tell you about King the German Shepherd?
No.
What
Tell us
about?
about that.
Okay, King was a German Shepherd that we had when I was a kid. And we got King from the local army base because my dad was in the army.
Okay.
And King was a military police dog.
Oh.
Oh my.
And the funny thing about King, he really was a good dog. He wouldn't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you get onto King's property, our property, to say read a meter or something, King wasn't going to let you leave.
Oh.
There are lots of
Say
bodies
if they're-
buried on that. There are lots of bodies buried on that property.
He was just an ex.
But we had one meter reader come by to read the meter, and King let him on just fine, but King would not let him leave, and every time he tried to leave, King would bite him in the ass.
Oh no!
All right,
this was before
ready for
they
another
killed
one?
the dog for every reason under the sun. So nothing ever happened to King, but about an hour later, my dad gets home.
Wait, you said he's a German Shepherd, though, right?
Yeah.
They're naturally very protective, aren't they, of their property?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you on about an immigrant or a dog?
A dog.
Had to make
Well,
sure.
you gotta be careful. Gotta
German
make sure.
Shepherds. They're getting out there.
King bonded with our family really fast.
Yeah.
He was such a good dog.
I bet. Yeah, I bet. German Shepherds are sweethearts. They can be. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My uncle had a police dog, a German Shepherd that he got from they were trying to train him. Unfortunately, his name was Pitt. They could not get the dog trained for some reason. He just would not follow
meow for my
commands.
friends?
Huh?
I got my cat on my table and she won't get off, so can you meow for my friends? Okay, fine then. All right. I know
Give her
that.
huddles for me. Give her scritches for me too.
I'm petting.
Yeah.
Say that King reminds me of a dog I encountered in my FedEx days, Major. Now Major was German Shepherd. Major definitely had some of that attack training and everything that they were trying to break him of. First time I met Major, I was dropping a package off at their back door. Now the main door was open, the storm door was closed.
Okay.
I'm leaning down, and the next thing I know, this German Shepherd head is sticking through the storm door.
Oh no!
2 inches from my face.
All right, Rodney.
I am back outside their fence in no time. I'm like, this really isn't any good, for exactly the same reason as the next time around. Major is on a line in the backyard, and straining on the line is like, that's a really thin cord. So what's aside from the cord, what's between myself and Major? A 3-foot chain link fence that he's sticking his paws on.
Right.
Anyone that knows German Shepherds knows if it can stick its paws on it, it can jump over it.
Yes.
Hold on, Rodney. You there, Rodney? You gonna miss me saying it, Rodney? I hate this TFO, Rodney.
I hate this. We all hate this TFO.
That's
only
one.
one so far.
Yeah, that's only one.
I've half a mind to just sit here and let it happen.
Hey, Mitchley,
Yeah.
do you have any pictures of King?
No, it was so long ago.
Aw.
I mean,
I was like 5 or 6 years old.
when that happened, dinosaurs roamed the
I
earth.
did wind up giving him away to a neighbor across the street who was also in the army. Who what happened with he got stationed in Alaska and took King with him.
Oh, well, I'm sure he took excellent care of him, and he was good, happy puppers, yes.
But now as I retell that part of the story, I'm wondering if maybe they did have King put down.
Oh,
and
I
that's
hope
what they
not.
told me, because, you know, oh, he's off living on a farm and he has fields he can run through and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
What
I
about
was
the
told the
Falcon,
same thing.
George?
Mitchley, we had to give Chopper away, and I was told the same thing. He went out into the country, and he actually did, though. So he probably did go. They probably did have King out in like the countryside, having fields and roaming and playing. You know.
Well, yeah, in Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always better for puppers to have a lot of land and stuff to run and be free and play than be cooped up in a small neighborhood or something.
Yeah, if you got a dog, you've got to be able to take it out and water it and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I'll never have a dog, because I don't like going out.
Well, you don't like sunlight.
Same.
I don't like what?
You don't like sunlight either. I like the
I don't
sunlight.
like sunlight.
I don't like
Yeah,
sunlight.
you like sunlight staying away from you, Tyr. Tell the truth.
You like sunlight, just not during the daytime.
Exactly. See, Mitch gets
I
it.
don't like that big fiery orb in the sky. You can die.
Oh,
no. We're not on about the nuke. We're on about the actual sun.
I know.
And which big fiery orb in the
radiated
sky you're on
thing.
about? There's quite a few of them, you know.
There's at least 7.
At least
Oh,
7.
there's a lot more than that.
Oh my goodness, a Rottweiler and Great Dane mixed badger? That was a big pupper. Zeus must have been huge. He probably scared the hell out of me too. That must have been a
Who's
big
that?
puppy.
So Green Badger.
Oh, Maddie's dog.
No, Green Badger said a friend a while ago who had a Rottweiler Great Dane mix named Zeus. Super goofy dog. Scared the hell out of anyone that didn't know him. Super affectionate. There's nothing. It's nothing like a 150-pound lap dog.
Oh my gosh, he sounds adorable.
One of
and I
my
would
dad's
love to
friends.
cuddle him.
One of my dad's friends had a border collie, female border collie, which, as a pup, had picked up a very human trait, which scared anybody who didn't know her.
What?
When she first met you, when she met you, and she was pleased to see you, she smiled.
Okay. Lassie!
And that does not look nice on a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Lassie, come around. What? Timmy trapped in the well again, Lassie.
See, I had some. I got to encounter a few Great Danes, delightful dogs. One was a Harlequin, beautiful dog.
Okay.
The one just, wild barking at me, and I just look over at the dog. It's like, come on, we both know better. You aren't going to do anything. Here's a treat. The one that really makes your heart skip until you realize just how kindly and friendly and fun-loving the dog is the first time you meet a Newfoundland.
Oh, Newfoundland what?
A Newfoundland.
I've never heard of them.
They are massive. They are massive dogs. Like I met some that are like, oh, so you're dealing with a border collie problem, eh? Yeah, that's one. That's one bite.
Yeah.
Border collie's gone. I mean, they're huge. It's like this dog. I can palm a bowling ball. This dog can eat my hand up to the elbow in one bite.
Oh my goodness.
But they're the friendliest, gentlest dogs.
Aww.
See,
I go to this alpaca farm that had 3 of them.
What you say, Mitch?
Let me tell you the truth about how much I love dogs. I don't think police should be allowed access to dogs.
I don't think Petter should.
Are abusive and unhinged
Not
as a
always.
rule. They should not be around animals.
Yeah, no.
I'm game for that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Jen's got her. Think Saint Bernard size, a little bit bigger.
Yep.
Okay.
Like if a Saint Bernard was big into steroids, without the roid rage.
I like a Tibetan Mastiff too.
If I had money and a lot of land, I would get me a bull mastiff. I want me a war dog. Big old
Why?
war dog.
Why?
I will
Give it
ride
to
it
him.
into
I
battle.
want a dog I can ride into battle.
Exactly, a big old
Like I
bastard.
said.
I want
like,
a
dog that an
nobody's
elephant
me
can
today.
ride into battle.
I want an elephant that can ride a dog that I can ride the elephant into battle while they're riding the dog.
I want a dog that'll scare He-Man's battle cat.
Badger said that he's always wanted an Irish Wolfhound.
That's easy.
Never
Get
seen an
Batman's
Irish
dog.
Wolfhound.
What, Ace?
Crypto?
Yeah, that would scare anything.
No,
It's
Batman's
basically
dog.
Batman with fur.
Ace was a good
Oh,
dog.
Batman's dog.
Yeah.
Or Bat dog.
I think.
Yeah, Batman.
It even had his own mask.
Because he was the Batman of the animal world. He helped Crypto.
Wait, you're not talking about Sherpa, are you?
Dog,
Huh?
running away.
That dog, Sherpa.
Yes.
Everyone knows Sherpa is that dog. I miss Sherpa. Sad he's dead.
Oh.
There was a moment. Have you've seen Young Justice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a moment in Young Justice where Superboy gets the wolf, the big mutated wolf, and he tries to find a name for him, and he's like, "We called you Crypto," and the wolf was like, "The fuck you will," just basically growled at him for it. He's like, "Yeah, probably not a good idea."
Did any of you ever see that short-lived Titans?
Which one? Teen Titans
Live
Go.
action.
Oh no, God no!
It wasn't bad actually.
Horrible one.
It had a black Starfire who looked like a stripper.
It wasn't bad actually.
She looked
Seriously,
like a stripper.
it wasn't nearly as bad as what it seemed. But we're on about superhero dogs here, and they did
Probably
the
nothing
best.
was as bad as that seemed.
Let
so.
me finish. Yeah, they did the best Crypto I've ever seen.
It looked like she looked like a stripper.
I'm not on about her. I'm on about the dog, for fuck's sake.
The dog looked like a stripper too.
You look like a stripper, one who's gone overboard.
You all look like a stripper. What are we talking about?
Your mom looks like a stripper. Oh,
Hey,
God.
hey!
No.
Let's talk about my mom being a stripper.
God damn it, I
Make
forgot.
like a.
Happy Trouble tried to kill me.
Actually, right at this moment, my mother looks like the contents of an ashtray.
So does my mom.
Mine too. Oh, this is depressing.
I'm not.
Make good concrete.
One of these days, I'm gonna roll my mom into a blunt smoker.
Hear her, jeepers. Hear.
One of these days, I'm gonna offer you a light.
Dear Lord.
I think she would appreciate that. And she'd feel honored to be smoked.
She would have wanted to be smoked.
I mean, we already turned to the dust. I mean, she's been cooked once. You know?
Well, hey, she's always wanted to be smoked. Let's hope she comes back as a pig and gets slaughtered and turned into bacon.
Oh God! I just ate my mom. How'd you know?
If my wife ever dies, I'm putting her in a chili so I can tear that ass up one more time.
Oh, Jesus
Lord.
Christ!
Lord.
Oh, have you heard about this American? He's on holiday in Israel, right?
Okay.
Well, while he's there, his wife dies of a heart attack. He's told it costs you like $7,000 just to ship her back to the States, let alone the funeral. Yeah, but if you bury her here in Israel, it only costs you like the equivalent of $500. You know, ship her back. And yeah, but what about the expense? I don't care, ship her back. So the guy goes, well, why do you want to ship her back? Well, you see, 2,000 years ago, there was this guy died here in this country. 3 years later, he came back again. I'm not taking the chance.
Nice.
Oh, okay, I got it.
2,000 years ago, a guy died in this country. I ain't taking the chance.
It's like that one there. I'm annoyed at my wife. I bought my mother-in-law a nice chair for her birthday, and my wife won't let us plug it in. Well, then again, there's the old one. Say it with flowers. Buy her a Triffid.
A Triffid. I'm talking about Triffids.
You never heard of Day of the Triffids?
No, I never heard of Day of the Triffids.
You are way too European
It's
for your
a
own
classic
good,
science fiction novel and movie and a bunch of TV shows
Tribbles.
actually.
Tribbles.
Triffid.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It's a man-sized plant that can move and kills people.
Audrey too, kinda.
So essentially, we're gonna, at one point we're gonna watch the original, not the musical Little Shop of Horrors, the original Little Shop.
You want to watch Day of the Triffids?
Little Shop of Horrors.
No, not the musical.
Dear, you want to watch Day of the Triffids?
I'll put that on the list too.
Wait, but Audrey 2 could move, Lodi.
No, it can move its lips and its mouth and so forth, but it couldn't move itself like the part from my understanding. It couldn't. That's why Seymour had to kill people and bring it to him or her or whatever.
That sure looks like plant food to me.
Yeah, sure looks like plant food to me. Oh, he's so nasty, treat her rough, smacking her around, talking so tough. I need blood, he got more than enough.
You need blood, he got more than enough.
He got more than enough.
So go get him!
Go get him! Go boom! That movie I watched it so many times.
I am your
dad. Oh my god.
And I know the thing that I inflict.
Yeah, I blame you for that TFO.
It was funny.
Yeah, I
Bill
blame myself
Murray
for that
going. Bill Murray in that movie though was hilarious. I want a candy bar, candy bar.
I still say Bill Murray's best movie was Scrooged.
Yes,
I love that movie. I love that movie. We watched Mr.
Groundhog Day
Adams Arcade.
is a very close second.
At
The
Christmas
Ghost of
time,
Christmas
Scrooge
Present
is
is
amazing.
brilliant in that.
It is,
I like
yes.
Bill Murray best in Meatballs.
I like Bill Murray in
for that.
He's slimy.
really good in Zombieland.
He was really good in the Ghostbusters series. He slimed me, Ray.
Really,
He wasn't in the
good pretty much
Ghostbusters
everything
series.
He's in. He's a great actor.
He was in the movies.
Funny guy. Huh?
Yeah, he was in the movie, you're right. And I was saying the duology, because it's not a fucking trilogy.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters series, that was Lorenzo Music. And do you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny about that?
What?
Lorenzo Music used to voice Garfield, right?
Yes.
And in
Bill Murray
Real Ghostbusters,
yeah.
he voiced Peter Venkman. Bill Murray played Peter Venkman, right?
Yeah,
and he voiced Garfield
in the movie.
Yeah, and he voiced Garfield in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a circle.
Yeah,
Garfield.
He even said that Garfield was probably his worst movie.
Y'all should watch Cemetery Man. All right, I'll put that on the list.
It was not a good movie. I mean, for some reason, Nermal in the Garfield the movie was a moron. Nermal's not a moron.
Yeah,
Nermal's a cute cat who's trying to replace Garfield.
Well, no, Nermal isn't a cute cat trying to replace Garfield. Nermal is supposed to be his best friend.
No, Nermal isn't his best friend. Nermal and Garfield hate each other.
In the comics, they are enemies, but in the cartoon that the movie is based off of,
they're still enemies.
They don't like each other very much. He's always trying to ship her to Abu Dhabi.
Yes. Yeah. And Nermal wants to be his friend.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Every Monday with you.
Mortal enemies.
I mean, Nermal is friendly in general.
Nermal's trying to annoy Garfield.
I always thought Nermal was rather friendly. Garfield was just being a jackass.
Yeah.
As a small cat will do to as a small cat will do to an older cat.
Yep.
And Garfield's girlfriend is what?
Arlene.
Arlene,
yeah.
And that looks like Liz.
There was one of the comic the comic strips where Garfield's woken up in the middle of the night because he can hear this pat 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 pat. And he's looking all over the house to find out what it is. He comes across what it is. It's Nermal putting a mud pack on to keep himself looking young.
Yep, I remember that.
Just turn the light on now. Thank you.
No, don't turn the light on. Turn it off. Turn that light off.
If you guys, talking about Garfield, you should go into Google and type, "I'm sorry, John." You can thank me later.
Oh, you're talking about the demonic Garfield?
Yeah.
Oh. There's also the one where Odie's out in the middle of nowhere, right? It's forest, and he sees he sees Garfield's food bowl there, right? Pile of food. So he looks around, and there's this wide pan shot, so that Odie's just like the dot in the picture. Nobody in sight, and he goes down to take a bite, and Garfield's there grabbing him by the throat. Yeah, touch my food, and you're one dead dog.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things that Garfield actually would put himself out to, as much as Odie annoys him, he would put himself out to make sure that Odie's okay.
Yeah, he
loves
him.
they really do love each other. It's just that they torment. They're like siblings. They torment each other, but
not in the comics. They don't.
Well, Odie's is a dog, and he does dog things, and Garfield's the only one with like sentience.
I never read the comics really. I used to love the cartoon though, Garfield and Friends, and USA Acres was funny.
I read tons of the comics.
Yeah.
No, my no, he loves Garfield. He's got all the comics, and yeah, he adores Garfield. He was watching it like last night. They have the YouTube, Garfield's YouTube was playing back to back episodes, and yeah.
Kefki, have you ever seen Simon's Cat on YouTube?
Yeah, you'll send me links to it. I look at it.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, it is.
Man, that movie came out in the year 2000. I watched that in theaters. Fuck.
What?
The Grinch, by the Jim Carrey Grinch?
Oh, God,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, apparently, Jim Carrey was so good.
I was 10 years old.
Jim Carrey was so good as the Grinch because he based his character on a real person, didn't he, Tyr?
Nope, he didn't base it off of me. I wasn't even a lich at that point. I hadn't even formed my phylactery.
He didn't have. There was no CGI. There was no CGI with the Grinch character.
Yeah, there's all practical effects and makeup.
I love practical effects. Oh my god.
Practical
That's what I wanted to
effects
do when I was young.
Still beat the shit out of CGI.
It does. I was talking about.
The only movie that he actually really did.
Me and Mitchell were talking about.
Hold on, wait a minute,
Sorry.
Kefki. Hold on, wait a minute, Kefki. Critical's trying to say something.
I'm sorry, he's not coming in very loud for me. I'm sorry, Critical.
You're fine. The only movie that he really had a lot of CGI to go with how he was doing things was The Mask.
Yeah, the what?
The Mask.
And that was very minimal CGI too.
I'm sorry you cut out when you said the title.
Let me turn
The Mask, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
The Mask was a terrible
I had to move
adaptation
my mic over a little bit.
a better comic. The Mask in the comics is so much more depressing.
I like The Mask.
Okay, so the first Mask. Nobody talks about the sequel. Do not talk about The Mask.
The sequel does not exist.
There was no sequel.
They call me Cuban.
I didn't even know there was a sequel.
There isn't.
I'm the one with the 13 feet.
Do not watch it, please.
And I go chick shitty boom, chick shitty boom, chick shitty boom.
And Tyr's just destroyed it.
The girl, the female cop, is probably one of my favorite parts of that song. Because she has to portray 3 different emotions at the same time. Weirdness, and the fact that she's fully taken over by the Mask's powers.
And the fact that her voice sounds like Harley Quinn.
She can actually sing, holy fuck.
I didn't say she couldn't sing, but she still sounds like Harley Quinn.
Excuse me.
No, and she nailed that part. So
yes, she did.
Kudos to her.
I see somebody doing something, so I'll hold. No, I think everybody's counting for 1, 2.
No, hold on.
Somebody doing something. Who's doing something?
I'm just parked here waiting.
I was sorry. I'm so sorry.
All the light touches is my kingdom.
Krista. Oh, I can't pronounce that fucking surname. I'm not gonna fucking try.
Choose your CFO and please, Lord, let it get something good.
Well,
you know, he's concerned about other people. I say, no, I'm doing something. No, just hit a TFO instead. Fuck you, Tyr.
You wasn't doing. you were doing anything. I said I'm.
I did. I said, yeah, I'm doing something.
Oh, I'm sorry. God damn it. My bad. Next time. I speak up. I'm black.
So me and Mitchell were talking about.
You're an animated skeleton. You've got no ears. I'll take that as an excuse.
One,
right,
two,
hold on. Go ahead,
four. I
Kefki.
declare a wizard war.
Wait a minute. Kefki was trying to say something. Go ahead, Kefki. Okay, Nefki, you there? Did we drop off?
She's got mute.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to let you speak, Kefki. Or I hope it wasn't. If you did something, you're muted.
Oh boy.
I hope it's not serious. I hope she didn't do it because we're interrupting her.
No, probably not. Mic drop.
She probably knew which 30 TFO we're going into.
Okay, Wednesday is going to be warm as
Sorry about that.
Hold on. Kefki was trying to say something. Would you say, Kefki?
Oh, well, I had to step away. I apologize. I was just talking about Babish. We're talking about practical effects versus CGI and stuff. And we were talking about it's best when they're used CGI to supplement practical effects. Yeah, it wasn't that important. I'll go on a rant about it if I start talking about it. So it's okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't. Sorry, I didn't say.
No, you're fine.
AFK.
You know what was a good movie with nice practical effects and people don't understand like after it's made, like it's a movie called Bones. It stars like Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
Never even heard of it.
It's an old horror movie.
Of course, it stars Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but most of the special effects, like there's a wall of wailing souls and whatnot, and it's an actual. Like they had some were animatronics and other ones were actual people that had their faces stuck out. Yeah, like actual people in this wall, and like some were animatronics. Like they had people like reach out and try to touch some of the characters, and
that's cool.
And they had a dog animatronic where it vomited up maggots at the character, and they had an animatronic that they didn't show you much of it, but you could see it vomit up the maggots because it was a hose that sprayed rice.
What about the 1979 invasion of the Body Snatchers?
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie too.
Where the guy who'd fallen asleep with his dog, and when he got replaced, it put his head on the dog's body.
Wow.
I don't remember that.
And that was in 1979.
Here.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yes.
Did you ever watch?
Go ahead.
Here, did you ever watch? What?
Did you ever watch what? You kind of cut off. Sorry.
I was gonna say, did you ever watch Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yes.
Yep.
Vampire what?
I fucking love that movie. Eddie Murphy can play a role like that and be serious about it and funny at the same time.
You know what I lament is. You know what I lament about Eddie Murphy? Like he's never done a serious role. Like he's typecast in comedies.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't seem to mind.
I know he doesn't seem to mind, but I think he would do pretty well in a serious role.
Well, yeah, he would.
And the thing is the thing about the movie, the thing about it is it's a horror comedy. And he plays a vampire so fucking well, and he's terrifying at the same time.
Yeah. And that's why I think he would do amazing in like a serious role where there's no comedy and like it's a legit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what he would do good as?
What?
If he was given a role similar to Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo.
Yes, where he's technically the villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm forgetting who it was, but somebody said that Eddie Murphy is the star that Will Smith wishes he was.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
I think that's a fair assessment.
Will Smith really can't do serious roles.
Will Smith can only act as Will Smith.
Like, I hated him. Was it Concussion? I hated him in Concussion. His accent was atrocious.
Have you ever seen that one? I forget what it is, but him and his son get trapped on Earth.
After Earth. After Earth.
Yeah.
Where he's gonna be the Rage family. Like, how? What the fuck?
I actually did like him in I Am Legend. I loved that movie.
I didn't, because I've seen the 1964 version with Vincent Price, right?
And I've seen the
I've seen the Omega Man. I've read the novel, and then I watched that pile of garbage.
All right, so this is the only. All right, so there was an alternate ending where
Doesn't matter. I've seen both endings.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying, like, what they should have done was not have that noble sacrifice, have him be alone, have him fucking realize, holy shit, that actually sentient, and I'm the monster in this new world. It should be him alone, like him realizing this shit about himself.
Yeah, but look at it, the way they've done it. He wasn't the monster in that world. They were the monsters.
Yeah, they were.
And that's not the way it went.
Probably his best movie.
That's not the way it went in the original story or the 1964 version.
Yeah, all right. So hold on. The whole premise of I Am Legend is that he has become the monster that he say they are. He is the boogeyman, and the movie I Am Legend, the Will Smith version of I Am Legend, it doesn't make any sense to the story they're telling. He isn't the boogeyman. He's just a doctor trying to save the world.
Yeah, because in the book and in the Vincent Price version, he basically becomes he realizes that he will be the basis for their legends about this horrible monster that stalks the daylight and kills them in their sleep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like he is essentially the odd man out because he is normal. Well, he is the abomination because he can walk in the daylight. He's the monster. And again, when he mutters those words at the end of the movie, like as he's dying, I am legend, it's him realizing that's fact. But
you've seen the Vincent Price one, have you?
Yeah, I love the Vincent Price one. And then I am legend. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this out.
I didn't know there was a Vincent Price one.
Oh yeah, 1964 it was weird.
Hold on, let me get this out real quick. And the Will Smith one should never be called I Am Legend because again, it does not hit the same beat.
It should have been called I Am Will Smith.
Or it should be called like Last Doctor on Earth, something else, because he does not make the realization that he is the monster.
Yeah, well that's
it's Will Smith. He should be called Legendary in My Own Mind.
I'm legendary in my own mind.
See, like I said, the way they've done these Dark Stalkers, as they call them, who came up with that fucking name? They were monsters.
So out of all the
That's
Will
all they
Smith
could
movies,
be.
Yeah.
Out of all Will Smith movies, Men in Black is his best movie.
Men in Black, then Hancock.
Hancock was pretty good. Like
Men in Black and Hancock, yes.
Apparently,
I like the idea
originally,
of Hancock. Could have done more.
Originally, she wasn't supposed to be the female of his kind. She was just supposed to be an ordinary fucking woman.
He turned down the Matrix to do.
Very shoehorned.
Hold on, wait a minute. He turned down the Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
Oh god, that's stupid.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was a pile of dog shit.
That was a big mistake, yeah.
I
love
don't know.
the fucking TV show.
Wait a minute.
Wild West.
What's his name? Sean Connery. So did Sean Connery.
Wait a minute, hold on. I really think that if he'd have got the role of Neo, it would not have been as great as Keanu Reeves. Will Smith,
definitely not.
I agree.
What I was going to say about the 1964 I Am Legend is I think that's a big place where Romero got his zombies from.
I'm coming to get you,
Never
Bob.
seen that. I've never seen I Am Legend. I'd be interested to
I've
see
never
it now.
seen the
'Cause
original I Am Legend. I want to.
You know
I
what,
love
Kathy?
Romero Zombie.
It's slow.
You know what?
It tells the story well, but it's slow.
Yeah.
It's also Italian.
No, I have the English version, and I will more than like out. It's actually a short movie, honestly. I don't think it's that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a slow movie. It's a good movie, but it's slow.
Romero has best zombies though. I don't like any other iteration of them. I love Romero's zombies.
Wait a minute. Let me. As soon as I get
Especially
at the
Bub.
CFO, I'm gonna check something. I don't think it's that long. I think it's less than like hour 20. It is not a long movie.
Have you guys have seen Day of the Dead, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Day of the Dead.
Bub is adorable. Y'all remember Bub?
Kathy just like monsters. You like
there's
Salad
only that shoots the captain and salutes him. Yes.
Yes, Bub. He's out here.
You like Salad Brothers. All I gotta say.
I did like Salad Well. He was adorable.
Have you seen Mutant? I think it was called. There's this. I forgot what they call it. There's this chemical leakage, and it's mutating people. So they're basically turning into vampires. Apart from it's like they use their hands to suck out blood.
Oh, the race.
You talk about mutants. Have you ever seen Basket Case with Belial?
No, I haven't actually.
Have you ever seen The Children?
To.
You ever seen a movie called?
I wish this vampire movie could have done a little bit better.
What movie?
Is the Vampire's Assistant films, the film.
Cirque du Freak.
Oh, the Vampire's Apprentice?
Du Freak, yeah. I love those books. I have read every single one of them.
Dracula?
That was actually pretty good. I actually did like Cage's Dracula.
Reinfeld.
Renfield, yeah.
Reinfeld.
Renfield.
Reinfeld.
Nicolas Cage played Dracula.
Yeah, it's Renfield.
Nicolas played, from what the clips I've seen, Nicolas Cage overplays Dracula.
Yes, it is.
So Nicolas Cage.
He hams it
Nicolas
up,
Cage.
Annie.
That's a good reason. I love it.
All right, I read these books and I liked it. I like the heart. It's called Let Me In.
Oh, my brother.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've heard about those.
Let the Right One In is what the movie is called, and I watched that with him. That was good.
It's the American
girl.
No, that's a boy.
No, there's a little boy, but the little vampire creature is a girl.
No,
what's the Right One In?
The girl's a vampire.
In the original the movie, it's a little boy.
I'm talking about the one that was America that made for.
I
think it was a little girl. Let the Right One In, yeah.
Yeah, and it actually works better that way.
Let the right wing in. Wait, what?
But I read the book, and the book was chef's kiss.
I ate the pizza.
You ate the pizza. That's where it was.
I took the pizza.
I got the home game.
Hey, Kefki.
You get Cracker Jacks? Wait, what?
For your fun practical effects, you want to check out The Haunting, 1999, The Bedroom.
Yes.
Oh no.
Is that the
Frighteners?
Owen Wilson.
No, you want practical effect? Check out The Tingler.
I think The Frighteners was all practical effects, wasn't it?
Most of it was practical, I think.
I do love practical effects, though.
Richard Mall.
I want to do that.
See,
I used to.
I Am Legend. I know I got it.
It is one for
I
you.
used to do practical effects for the haunted house that I used to work at. Yeah, I love practical effects.
The Haunting, it's got an interesting cast too. You got Liam Neeson, you got Catherine Zeta-Jones, you got Owen Wilson, you got Lily Taylor.
It was
a great cast.
And that's a remake as well.
The bed in the bedroom scene was all practical effects.
Yeah, I'm
The
saying that's a
director's
remake as well.
81 years old now. Fuck. The director did Speed, Twister, Tomb Raider.
All in the
The
same
Fourth
movie.
Man. Yeah.
It's also one of those movies where when they do the final reveal of the ghost.
That's what it's called. Last Man on Earth.
Wonderfully done.
Hold on. All right. The
You talking about The Haunting, Mitch?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
That was a fun movie. I like that hallway with the stream in it too.
1 second.
That's the one where it's the
yeah.
house is built in with slightly odd angles that make odd things happen, isn't it?
Go ahead, Tyr.
All right. So the movie that the original isn't called I'm Legend, called Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
And it's only
Mitch.
And it's only a 130. So I think I'll switch my pick to that.
The bit where he in his in the crypt, and he actually falls asleep. Yeah, and he wakes up, and the vampires are waking up. That creeped the hell out of me the first time I saw that as a kid.
What?
You know, where he's in the graveyard and he's been there too long, and the vampires are starting to get up.
Oh, you're talking about Last Man on Earth?
Yeah.
Yes.
That creeped the hell out of me when I first saw it as a kid. And it was very well done. The atmospherics in that film are brilliant.
Speaking of which, Captain, what is your third round pick?
Wait, what? Sorry, I was watching that. That was awesome.
Round 3 for movies.
Oh. Nope. I don't know. I have to think about that.
All right. You got time. It's not till you're not till like July 30th, 31st. Sorry.
Anybody picked Evil Dead 2 yet? Because I love that movie.
Nope.
What about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? That movie's hilarious. There we go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Mitch has 13 Fanboy. I need to get that. Angela wants The Outsiders. Audience is Hatchet 2. Korean functional is Old Boy, the Korean version, and then mine is Last Man on Earth.
Okay, yeah, I want to do horror comedy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
All right. And do you have a fourth round pick?
Evil Dead 2.
All right, so third round is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I am the Lord of the Harvest.
Yes.
The original Wicker Man.
You will know
high
that my name is the Lord.
Yeah, the original Wicker Man.
17.
What you want? That's what you want to watch?
High fives, Carl.
Yeah. I mean, if you've only ever seen the Nicolas Cage one, you're missing out.
I seen that one. We can't do that one. That is a lot of gratuitous nudity in that one.
Oh God, I've got a good one for you. You might not be able to do it either. Blood on Satan's Claw. That's another good one from Hammer.
Series, baby.
As much as I would love to do the Wicker Man, there's a lot of tits in that one. Like,
actually, there's a nude scene in there, Blood on Satan's Claw as well.
Yeah,
so you might not be able to do that one.
Suggested Cemetery Man. I vaguely recall watching that like eons ago. I think that was a 1988 to 87 movie, right, Patcher? I know I've seen it. That was a weird movie.
Well, the Blood on Satan's Claw.
A lot of weird
movies.
Cemetery Man.
I haven't seen that. Oh, hey, there's another one. Dracula, AD 1972.
Cemetery Man. Come on. Let me see. Cemetery Man.
For some reason, my brain is cross-referencing it with Maniac Cop, and I know that is not the same movie. They're very different, and I don't know why my brain is bleeding them together. It's like fragmented memories of movies past.
Green. Did it come out? Hold on a second. Green. Did it come out in 1996?
Oh, it's 96.
No, I'm talking about Cemetery Man, so I know I'm looking at the right one. 96, 94.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, early 90s, so it'd be like 96,
Okay,
94.
yeah. I was a bit off. I was thinking late 80s. But yeah, early 90s.
Because yeah, it's in
Early
English.
whaties?
90s.
Thank you.
90s.
Like I said to you, you might want to try Dracula AD 1972. I think it's sold. It's probably in public domain now as well.
Dracula AD. Alright, it's
1972.
Yeah, AD 1972. That's it. British horror. It's a Hammer film, so probably isn't.
Well, then there's Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter.
Oh
yeah, we have to watch Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter because I love his hunchback assistant.
I love it. I love the Gypsy Girl.
You just like Caroline Monroe.
Caroline, yes, I do.
Don't worry, don't. I'm not. I love her too.
I've got a signed photograph of her on my bedroom wall.
Perv.
Yes. Hold on. How am I a perv if I find an adult female human attractive? That makes me the exact opposite of a perv.
Wait, hold on. I say that in anger because I don't have a signed photograph of Caroline Monroe over my bed.
You don't have a bed. You've got a coffin.
No. Actually, I don't sleep in a coffin. I'm not a fucking bloodsucker. I'm a lich.
No, but you're still one of the undead.
No, I don't have to sleep in a coffin. I'm a lich.
You are currently in a coffin because Gray shakes it all the time.
No, he shakes the box.
Oh yeah, the box.
That's not a coffin.
Then mail to Abu Dhabi.
Don't mail me to Abu Dhabi.
Is it me or would it be a
Every
fun
Monday
idea?
with you.
Hey, is it me or would it be a fun idea when Tyr's asleep to put Mexican jumping beans in his skull?
My maracas. My maracas.
I'm slightly traumatized with the Mexican jumping beans. I got some of them as a kid, and I thought, oh, these are so cool, and I kept them in this plastic case, right? Well, I go to fetch them one day to check them out, and the beads are to the side, but there's these bugs in there with it. I'm like, how did they get in there? How did they get in this plastic case that's latched? And then I finally figured out, oh, that's why the beads were jumping. Like, no, I killed them. I did not mean to.
I did not. I heard that. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not kill them. I did not. Oh, hello, Mark.
Yes.
Hey, Mark.
Hello. Primark.
Hold on, Mitch trying to say something.
I said, oh, hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
That's a funny story. How's your sex life?
You're my favorite customer.
Hi, Dougie.
That was.
Hi, Dougie.
That movie is just.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
He's got pictures of like
did
spoons or forks in the picture.
Did I do the rant? Did I do the rant of that movie yet?
No.
No.
Oh.
I need to go back. I need to find it. I need to find the rant.
All right, y'all ready for the TFO?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what would happen? Is it me, or would it be funny if somebody grabbed a hold of Scooby Doo, right, and accidentally pulled his head off, and it turned out it was Old Man Wilkins a whole time?
Right? Oh man, Jenkins.
Right, Old Man Wilkins.
Would make
That was
sense for him
hilarious.
talking.
Back when the Blair Witch Project first came out, there was a hilarious thing Cartoon Network did called the Scooby Doo Project. I love that. I laughed my ass off at it. You guys, we should look it up sometime and watch it. It's funny. It's funny. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. The Scooby Doo Project.
I think one of my favorite
Limbs again.
One of my favorite Scooby Doo crossovers is the Supernatural one.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you're missing a treat.
It's
brilliant.
It's from the Supernatural TV show.
Okay, here's the rant. Here's the rant. Is he dead? Is he dead? Well, yes. Yes, he is, young lady. He has passed on. This person is no more. He has
Stop
ceased to be. He has
co-opting.
inspired in God to meet his maker.
Stop co-opting the dead parrot sketch.
He rests in peace.
That's
He
British
didn't shoot
culture.
himself to be pushing up daisies. His
That's-
metabolic process is history. He's off the twig. He's kicked the bucket. He shuffled off the moral coil and run down the curtain and joined the friggin' choir invisible. This is an ex-person.
He is an ex whatever he is, yes. You're ripping off British culture there, you cultural appropriator.
Actually, that was Nostalgia Critics rant.
He's not dead.
I don't care, he's ripping it off then.
How you gonna feels? What kind of talk is that? Why did you fall flat on his back the moment you got him home?
I'm not dead. I'm just talking about. You'll be stone dead in a week. You'll be stone dead in a minute. Actually, I'm still
No, you're not.
fine.
You'll be stone dead in a moment.
9,000 bolts through it. It's bleeding demise.
I love that rant so much. I was dying.
Oh man. Have at you.
Say, my metabolic process has basically stopped, but I'm not dead yet.
I will be as soon as the poison finishes taking effect.
If you knew how many poisons I have lived through, you wouldn't put a lot of confidence in poisons putting me down.
I'm using. I've been dosing you with strontium 90.
Guys,
Yes.
hold on a second. Rotten, apparently Rotten can't. Rotten, we can't hear you.
Nope.
Because he says, I still find it weird that apparently I can't be heard when I get home unless I get on my PC. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that, Rotten.
Yeah, we it's not that we're normally like.
Mobile settings?
Nope,
it's got to be something with mobile settings.
No, I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Ryan, are you alive in there?
He's on
the corpse.
He's not on his PC. Apparently, yeah, I read that from text chat from chat. Yeah, so.
Any better?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no, we can hear you now.
There we go.
So apparently, I have to get home if I want to like do, since I've been cooking, and do the whole thing of like exit freaking Discord or the voice chat and then get back into it, because apparently going from phone network to internet, my phone goes retarded.
That's weird.
That happens.
Different systems.
Discord is finicky like
I know.
that.
I was gonna say though, it's like I still think I have the perfect title for the Will Smith "I Am Legend" and it'd be the Fresh Prince of the Apocalypse.
Ha! I like it. Approved.
Fresh Apocalypse Prince.
Prince of the Apocalypse. That's great.
And Kefki, for the Romero movies, have you seen Land of the Dead?
Yes, I saw that in the theater.
Have you seen Bagel of the Dead?
I liked Land of the Dead, but I wish he had stuck with, for one, I wish he had stuck with the theme that he was going for. No. There's Night of the Living Dead. There's Dawn of the Living Dead. No, wait. There's Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and then Land of the Dead. I kind of wished he stuck with the theming of the name of the movie. But it was a decent movie, and people write about
It is way better than Diary of the Dead, and still better than Survival of the Dead.
Diary of the Dead wasn't bad.
But I remember
Survival of the Dead was terrible.
I remember people griping about the one zombie in Land, the gas station attendant guy, because he started learning things. Yeah, he was learning things, and people were like, "Oh, that's so stupid." I'm like, "Dude, no, it's been well established. In Day of the Dead, you see Bub. They can do that after a while. It just depends." And
they even say that in Dawn of the Dead that they can learn skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are not completely stupid, and it depends upon, I can't remember exactly what the myth is, but it also depends upon the person infected and how it affects their system and stuff. Like Flyboy, do you remember in Dawn, Flyboy was trying to rejoin the group. He was kind of just going with what he knew before he was killed. Man, the actor that played Flyboy, how he was walking as a zombie, I do not know how he did that. He turned his leg in, like almost, it looked like it was broken.
Hold on.
But
like,
that was all stunt.
I think the character was called, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Steve. But you gotta remember, like, they were, the whole premise of that movie was that people were violent zombies and they were just going through the motions. They were just doing what they would normally do. And him going back, like, that's why he realized, holy shit, I lived there, and he was just going home. And he couldn't remember. Yeah. It's like
with an important place to that.
One of the things that I liked about Romero's zombies is they never explained it. You didn't know if it was a virus, mutation, or some kind of supernatural curse.
Yeah, there's a few different explanations that he put forward. Like in Night of the Living Dead, they were talking about at one point a meteor or something, and then changed it up. They always kept it like people
chemicals
were
in the water. Like they never gave it definitive. They just threw theories out.
They kept it vague enough, like so you don't question it. Like the moment you give it an origin,
there was a probe. There was a NASA probe returning from Venus that had some unusual radiation, so they destroyed it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the meteor or something re-entering the. They had that, and then like
I mean, the big.
There's one of the things.
Look at the big themes for Romero's zombie films. It's actually supposed to be hopelessness. Like it's the reason why, after the one actor who played Ben in the first one said he wanted to have his character killed. With that whole thing, his original ending for Dawn. Peter was supposed to kill himself, and then Fly Girl was supposed to just stand up into the propeller.
That one zombie that got the top of his head cut off with the propeller was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because that's what it's supposed to be. Is hopelessness. There's actually no winning.
One of the things I remember reading about Romero's zombies.
Wait a minute. Kathy, go.
Sorry. Oh, I was just saying, you know how remakes generally suck, right? The remake that Savini did of Night of the Living Dead was actually very good.
Oh yeah,
I liked it. The original, actually.
Why? Because they didn't make Barbara a fucking whiny piece of shit that you wanted to die.
You're talking about powerful female characters.
Hold on. No, I didn't like it because the ending destroyed the entire premise of the film. They're trapped in this farmhouse, and you know how she escapes? She walks past the fucking zombies without even getting so much as attacked.
If that's the case,
why? No, she walked past them, and you'd see that they would.
She says that in the fucking thing.
No, you could see that's.
Hold on. One at a time. Bats, go.
No, it's no point.
Bats, go.
And it's not you, Kefki. It's me. I'm just too short-tempered at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're just too short.
It's not you. It's me. Seriously.
Sound like you're breaking up.
I will definitely say this. It is the Night of the Living Dead remake is exponentially better than the Day of the Dead remake. The Dawn of the Dead remake is okay. The best part of the Day of the Dead remake is when
Day of the Dead remake?
It's actually got a sequel as well. Now I'm trying to remember the
Day of the Dead remake.
Cannon? Yeah.
Oh.
Which Day of the Dead remake?
Well, there's the Day of the Dead remake, and there's the Day of the Dead remake sequel.
Oh, is that the one with the very vegan zombie in it?
Yeah, that's how they.
What?
Bud is a military member who gets bit, but he becomes the smart one, and the reason that they kind of give that he doesn't go after anyone is because he was vegan.
I think that's so.
What I was trying to say about the 90s remake of Night of the Living Dead is it was established that if you're close enough, the zombies will move fast enough to attack you.
Yeah.
Yet Barbara just walks blithely past them.
Mm-hmm.
She even stops and stands crying in front of one for 5 whole minutes and it doesn't bother her. If that's the case, why were they hiding in that? Yeah, that's why it invalidates the entire film.
Well, I mean, the whole film of them being like, we should hide in the basement is the dumbest fucking thing. All they had to do was break the steps enough to that they couldn't be climbed and hang out in the fucking second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same.
That's what that guy eventually did. He got up in the attic. He changed his tune from the basement. He got up in the attic, and I hope that dude died because he was such a jerk. I can't remember.
In the remake, Barbara shoots him. In the original, he dies as well.
Yeah, he was killed by his daughter's zombie.
Daughter, yeah.
But what was established about Romero zombies pretty early on was after a certain point they stopped decomposing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I thought that it continued decomposing.
It depends on their location.
No, they actually stopped decomposing. It's partially because of the consumption of flesh. But they literally stopped decomposing because it is always hinted that it could be a supernatural thing.
Yeah.
That just gave me a funny
I don't remember that.
It gave you a what?
What if the key to stopping the zombies? Well, no, let's take it back another couple of steps first. Person dies, body gets infected with whatever the zombie thing is. So the body reanimates.
Mm-hmm.
What if the immune system is included in that reanimation, and the immune system begins fighting off whatever it is, and the only way for humanity to survive the zombie apocalypse
It's to
is
catch
not
it.
to kill the zombies, but to let them live long enough for their reanimated immune system to do the job.
That's interesting.
That's one of the reasons I think, if I remember, there was one zombie movie where they explained that they don't decompose because whatever it is that is reanimating them needs the meat suit to be functioning, so it kills off any decomposing organisms.
I like the
which would stop
cordyceps.
them decomposing.
Hold on, I like the cordyceps virus from Lactivus. The concept isn't necessarily that the zombies or dead essentially. It's that the virus has taken over all how brain function and essentially turns them into drones.
It's
the fungus turns them
it's
into
the cordyceps. There's a fungus for most insects out there that does exactly that.
Yes, it just hijacked their system.
I've got to get back to the whole thing about the remake
Wait a minute.
and Barbara.
Hold on, Bats. Captain trying to say something.
I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that no, actually, the Romero zombies, they do decompose. It's just very slowly.
I'll take your word
like
for it, though.
roughly actually, it's like about 10 years. It slows down the decomposition. They will eventually decompose. It's just the necrosis is slowed down to like a snail's pace.
I'll take your word for it, but I had read different. But then again, fan ratings and all that.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I really believe that's it. Is that it just slows the necrosis down.
Getting back to the whole remake of Dawn of Night of the Living Dead. I mean, I got to admit, I was a bit miffed when you said that about you only wanted because Barbara wasn't a weak such and such. That was a bit annoying, but letting that slide. That thing, like she's basically in the original film, she is so crushed by trauma and that. Yeah, it doesn't matter if she was a bloke or a woman. She would not have recovered from that anytime soon. She would have ended. That character would have ended up the way that they ended up, male or female. But in the remake, I did notice that she wasn't as heavily affected.
Yeah.
So that to me is the character. Her character was fine. I mean, she wasn't as traumatized as the original Barbara, and her reaction to the natural trauma was quite the opposite to what the original character's was.
Yeah, she was more meat in the original, and they kind of made her more emboldened. But I think a lot of that had to do with her reactions with Ben, because he kind of pulled her out of her shock that she started to go into. And I think she's a pretty good example, not the best example, but a pretty good example of a strong female character without overdoing it and making it stupid like Captain Marvel or something.
No, she still had to have that slight period of actual growth, because he does tell her it's like you got to find whatever it is you got to go with, but
you got
to work.
I mean, I've got to admit, in that exact same scenario, I think I'd probably be more like the original Barbara. I think most people would. Let's face it.
Yeah.
There's corpses getting up and trying to eat you.
It ate your brother.
Fucking.
I gotta head out to bed.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Yeah, rock on.
Have a good one.
See, if it's slow zombies like Night of the Living Dead, I'll be perfectly fine as long as I can hobble faster than they can.
Yeah. There's
Well,
always
Yeah,
the
that
theory that if you could get past them if you Because there was always this theory that they're attracted to noise, they're attracted to sudden movements, because it's almost like a prey animal darting away, that will
I like
attract their attention.
the idea in The Walking Dead where
they smell.
you smell different to them, you sound
Huh.
different to them, and you move different to them, so they'll attack you.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Oh,
was clever.
the Shaun of the Dead did that too. They actually managed to walk past the zombies because they were just acting like them. They were going, It was funny. I think Shaun of the Dead's a hilarious movie.
That is a fun movie.
I've got to admit, I hated
Yeah.
that movie the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Then I sat down and watched it again and thoroughly enjoyed it.
The great are
Yeah, I
good.
thought
The
it was
great
great.
are good.
Wrong movie.
Hey, you got a pound coin? Well, yeah, here.
Pick up pub. We go, and then we go to the pub. Mm-hmm.
Oh, when his mom.
Are there any
got
zombies
infected-
outside?
Oh, that made me cry when his mom got infected by the stepdad, and he had to. Yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
sad.
I knew it was going to happen anyway.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna happen too, but it actually got me when it happened. I'm like, oh God, no.
I'm glad that Irish guy got eaten.
Yeah.
But to be perfectly honest, I wish his girlfriend had been bitten as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
she was annoying.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a right bitch.
She's a right
The other
cunt.
the other
Are you
woman,
talking about the blonde, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
his girlfriend, she was a
Yeah.
bitch. The other
Yeah.
girl, the one
The
who had
roommate,
the who had the different team going the other way, she was
Yes.
pretty decent.
I like that chick. She was with Simon Pegg in a TV show that they were very funny together. I can't remember exactly what it was. I only got to see a few episodes on the BBC, but it was funny show. They had good chemistry. Yeah, I can't remember,
Yeah.
but I thought
Oh.
it was a good movie.
I forget which one it was. I think it was Land of the Dead, or the remake of or Zombie or Diary of the Dead, one of the two. But Simon Pegg and the other guy from Shaun of the Dead were cast as zombies in it because they were such huge Romero fans.
I
Oh,
believe that one was Land of the Dead.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember now.
Yeah,
Dawn
Nick
of the
Frost.
Dead. One of the one of the snippets from the of the TV interviews with that fat doctor's going on, and he says that they won't starve. Yeah, even if you keep them away from us, they've got enough nutrients and protein in them to keep them going for years, and they'll
Yeah,
keep on going.
Yeah, it
So-
is so desperate, just yeah. Great movies.
Yeah.
I think Romero was kind of a genius with that. It's kind of a simple concept, but a terrifying concept, and yeah, it's yeah. Sorry.
I do like the 2005 Dawn of the Dead, and it wasn't a remake.
Yeah, I
The
haven't
guys who
seen
made
that.
it actually said it wasn't a remake.
Huh.
But it's set in a shopping mall. But aside from that, it's completely different. I mean, I like it, but it's a bite-only zombie outbreak, right?
Oh wait, is that the one where the chick has the zombie baby?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
it's
zombie
the one
chick
with
has
big
a zombie
legs.
baby.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
We watched
But-
that at
That
one
was
point.
freaky.
If it's
That
a
was
bite-only,
freaky.
if it's a bite-only outbreak, it would be put down really quickly.
Mm.
Because if it's if you get bitten or if you die, you're going to become a zombie no matter what. There's no way. There's no way that the society could cope with that.
Oh, can I forget? Oh, we're talking about movies and we're talking about stuff. One of my favorite spins on Night of the Living Dead is Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead 2.
Get that
those are
damn
hilarious.
driver.
The funny part is for Return of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead is him and Romero actually both worked on the original Night of the Living Dead, and when they split, that guy got the Living Dead portion of it, while Romero got the time frame. which is why it didn't go
Yeah.
to Dawn of the Living Dead and then Day
Well,
of
he
the
never
Living
says
Dead.
living. He just says Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Night of the Day of the Dead. He never
Yeah.
uses living.
But the original
Yeah.
one is Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
They split off, but they took kind of two separate methods to the zombie.
I think my favourite quote from Return of the Living Dead is, "If you love me, you'd let me eat your brain."
Your brains, they smell so spicy. I want to change my
Sends
thing.
more
I want to change my thing
paramedics.
to but Tyr, I want to change from I don't know. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I want to do Return of the Living Dead. Can we do that one instead?
All right.
Yeah.
Ask her the
have you ever
week.
seen
Say,
Warm
ask
Bodies?
her her final pick the week before.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Warm Bodies?
Nudity. There's going to be
Have
nudity.
not seen that yet.
The
Wait.
rom-com.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Zomcom Rum Dum.
Well,
It's actually
one
not
second.
bad.
1 second. I said Return of the Living Dead, but I don't know if we can watch that online because there's the one scene where that biker chick, Lena Quigley, she strips down and she's completely naked. So I don't think we can watch that.
Hold on. We did have. Long as it's a brief scene, I'm pretty sure it's fine because we did have.
Shows her naked a couple of times, I think.
Ugh.
More than once.
I mean, we did do Raw Hair Rex, and we got tits on that one.
I want to see a zombie film about this house being besieged by a bunch of angry zombies. Yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Angry Dead.
Night of the Living Dead, Pat. That's hilarious.
Oh, Father Tid did a parody of it as well. It was this Irish TV singer that all the old biddies like. Mrs. Doyle had won a competition, so he was spending the evening at Craggy Island Parochial House where the priests live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the old ladies in the on the island had found out. So they're all it's Night of the Living Dead, only they call it Night of the Nearly Dead.
That's funny.
I like Father Ted.
I've seen some episodes of Father Ted back in the day. I thought it was funny.
I hear you're a racist now, Father.
I actually like the Vicar of Dibley.
That makes one of us.
Good. I found it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, another show that I found hilarious on the BBC was Are You Being
Served? Yeah.
Yeah, but Mrs. Bouquet, Mrs. Bucket, Mrs.
Keep
Bouquet.
It Up Appearances.
Keep It Up Appearances, thank you. Yes, I used to love
Bouquet.
that freaking show.
Oh.
They call her Bucket and she get mad and go, it's Bouquet.
Kefki, in that case, what you want to look for is One Foot in the Grave.
Oh, 1 foot. Okay, thank you.
That's her name. She was Hyacinth. Her sister was Rose and Petunia. Like she was rather uppity, and like they had a son named Sheridan who was gay and all outdoors.
No, I think no, he wasn't called Sheridan. I forgot what he was called.
What's called Sheridan?
There was Sheridan, yeah.
Sheridan.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know. I like British comedy. I find the British comedy shows funnier than American comedy. I don't know why. It's just especially older ones.
It was Sheridan. My mistake.
Because I like
so much sarcasm and just
I like Blackadder. I've seen all 4 seasons of Blackadder.
I love Blackadder. My favorite's Blackadder Goes Forth.
No, my favorite would be the first one. Only on the ground when he becomes the priest, when he becomes the Archbishop of Canterbury, and his father accidentally sends the knights to kill him. Who will
Queen Elizabeth?
I hate to say this, but the best one of the first season was the last episode where he finally becomes king, only to die 5 minutes later.
Yes, he poisons everybody.
The second one has Princess Elizabeth in it. Which season is that? That's the second.
It's
yeah,
Queen
that's
Elizabeth.
my favorite actually. The second, Queen Elizabeth. Second
That's
season.
where they all get killed in that. And the German guy who killed him, takes the place of Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, what's his name? Flash Adams was hilarious. Is that what his name
Captain
was?
Flashheart.
Yeah,
Flashheart,
yeah.
yes. And then I liked the third season where he's the butler, and in the end he becomes the new king.
Yeah.
That was Blackadder back and forth. So he's got his own time machine.
No. At the end, when he's the butler and he becomes king.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because the prince gets into a duel with like one of the generals that played by
Duke Wellington, I believe.
Yeah, Duke Wellington, and they duel fucking cannons and shit, and like he gets saved by the cigarette case, and the real prince gets killed by the bullet, and the father is too whacked out of his fucking mind to know his own son.
Yeah.
God, I miss the BBC.
I'm
in America.
Aldrich, I will knight you right comfortably with this meat cleaver. I will further ennoble you by knighting you right.
Don't worry, my lord. I've got a cunning plan. Does it involve a turnip, Baldric? How do you guess? All your plans involve turnips.
I love Baldric. Oh, Baldric's great.
I like him in the fourth season where he's his corporal, and he's like, that Charlie Chaplin impersonator was very funny.
How the hell did he get to become a corporal?
He was a corporal. I don't know how.
Yeah. Then there was his poem, "The German Guns." Boom, 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 boom. Let me guess. Boom, boom, boom. How did you know, sir?
Wobble. Wobble. Yeah, so we had to know. They're going
Yes,
over.
thank you very much, darling.
So how many did we get in this recent assault? And he's like, this must be a replica. No, this is that much ground we gained in the German assault about a few Spanishes. Man, that was a good. Ron Atkinson is a treasure, and it's a shame he never got to play an actual doctor. I think it would have been a great doctor.
Better than the ones that they've had.
Yeah, I think Hugh Laurie would have made an interesting doctor.
Especially if they'd had script approval.
Yes. I would like to see three British actors. I would think would be great.
Do you know what I'd like to see them totally miscast Doctor Who, right? And give the actor script approval.
Oh God,
Sylvester Stallone is the Doctor.
They've already gotten halfway there.
Green says Blackadder 2 and 4 of his favorites. They were good too. Like all of Blackadder is amazing, and then I like the first one because it has my favorite episode.
A horse. My kingdom for a horse.
Wait a minute. No. Wait. I think when he had to marry the Spanish girl because his father needed to submit an alliance.
Yeah.
And then he just like resigns up to their faith, and then he gets married to the French girl.
6.
Yeah, she's 6, and he's like, oh.
And then there was the whole thing about the witch finder.
Yes.
And it turns out it's actually his mother.
No! Remember when they're coronating? Like I said, this is the same episode where they coronated the new archbishop, or not coronated, but not the new archbishop. And he gets chosen, and he has the cod piece.
Yeah. Oh.
What is this mess?
Did you watch that Being Human video I put in your DMs?
No, I didn't. I need to go look. I'm sorry.
Here,
Yes,
are you still streaming the game, or did you turn it? Because I don't see it on the stream.
No, I put up the splash screen with the
Okay.
With the various things. You know how we got the 3 old men.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Slideshow.
Yeah, slideshow. We got Hammer the serious one. We got Mitch the Dick Lebat. We got Batman as Batman. Kang, Koloff, and Core.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mitch, but you're Core.
I think Core outlived them all, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He outlived Kang and Koloff died during the
I wish they'd kept them looking like they did in the original series.
So do I.
Yeah. I honestly, I wish they got more episodes. I really wish they. It would have been nice to see, have Jutsia doing shit with those three. Maybe having them have another mission they have to go on to that only she can help them with. You know, I need my blood brothers with me to deal with this. And so come on, blood brother.
It was fun seeing them all again.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, Kane does make another appearance in the Voyager.
I did enjoy the especially enjoyed the part where after Odo had arrested Kor.
Yes.
And he just goes back and sits at his desk and he's doing his work. Turns around and Koloth is there.
Like,
Odo
I
says,
am
how did you
Koloth.
get in here? And Koloth says, I am Koloth. That doesn't answer my question.
Yes, it does. You are really glib to. Hold on, finish. You're rather smug when you're talking to a THUR master. Oh shit! I mean, no disrespect.
The guy who played the original Core, right? Going by is that the same guy who played the Squire of Gothos?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, it was all the same three actors.
Yes.
All three of them were the original.
No, I'm saying, was that the same guy who played the Squire of Gothos?
Oh, Koloth, yeah, William Campbell.
Yeah.
Played both not Kor, but Koloth and the Squire of Gothos. Trelane.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, same guy.
Like, I cannot have you reek of Brastonki ale. Leave him!
Kefki says Badger got good taste. Badger got game.
Badger tastes good. Like, are we eating badger? I mean, I'm all for it, but we gotta catch green badger.
No, she's on about personal taste, not like as in food.
Oh.
Besides, yeah, if you want to be ripped apart by an angry badger, could be my guest. They're dangerous animals, you know.
Yeah, but I'm already dead, so
Yeah, so it just means that your bones will be ripped apart.
I think I can take them.
He is Badger is Fella Mastella. I would never.
What? A fellow Mastella?
Yes, he is my Fella Mastella.
Oh, he's one of your cousins.
I believe they're also related to wolverines.
Yep.
They're a variant of the kitten snake.
They're all part of the same family.
You know, the funny thing is, badgers main part of a badger's diet is earthworms.
From the
Really? Tiburon.
Yeah, they found out relatively recently as well.
The super suited from Earthworm Jim.
The Tiburon is like a bear cat.
Oh.
So, what do you think about scientists trying to bring back the dire wolf?
It's gonna have dire consequences.
It's a stupid idea.
It's always
a dire wolf isn't actually a wolf.
No, a dire wolf was actually a wolf.
No, they were closer related to something else.
Not
just
from what I've read.
No.
I've read. They were wolves. They were just very big.
All right,
so I figure if 45 ACP will put down a cow, it'll probably put down a dire wolf. So,
I mean, if it wants
at least Brian's okay.
Jen says she thinks they're fake. The dire wolves that they cloned, maybe.
I mean, in those they added the supposed DNA with a dog. So.
Well, no. What it was is they already have some of the blueprints of dire wolves. But they had to well they couldn't fix or they couldn't find.
I know Casual Geographic was going over it, and it's like I cannot remember the animal that they're actually more closely related to.
Yeah, you.
I wish they would bring back the thylacine. Damn it, they're so cute.
You couldn't bring back an actual dire wolf. You've got to Jurassic Park it.
Wait. Hold on, Mitch. What does mammoth taste like?
You would know that. You're older than anybody here.
far more gamey than you'd expect.
Okay, I was just asking. I've never had woolly mammoth. They said they're trying to bring it back. So.
I mean, for how like much DNA we have in actual samples of mammoths, we could bring back woolly mammoths easier than dire wolves.
Well, we brought back the woolly gerbil.
Can you imagine how much more dangerous elephants would be if they could jump?
Yeah, considering the fact elephants can already fuck up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And those tusks are.
Hey, apparently,
well doing
I remember reading this back in the 80s. Elephants can sneak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like these, though.
There was this story about these poachers that have been found, right? And apparently they've been following this herd of elephants who had been keeping just out of gun range. And while the poachers were focused on the elephants, a couple of the bull elephants had apparently snuck up behind these poachers and trampled them to death.
Good.
Elephant went to a lady's funeral that was abusing the elephant and he killed her, right? Well, he goes to the funeral and like just starts wailing on her coffin.
Oh, you're bringing whales into this now, are you?
No, attacking her coffin, attacking her corpse in the coffin. Like they hold grudges.
Do you know
Not like Cape Buffalo, they don't.
The scariest prehistoric animal I've seen depicted is. It was a crocodilian, right? But it was an entirely terrestrial. It didn't live in the water or anything, and apparently it could run up to 40 miles an hour.
The hippo's grandfather. Got it.
No, it wasn't. It was a crocodilian. Yeah. It was basically a crocodile with long legs.
The hippo's grandfather. Got it.
No relation to a hippo.
That we know of.
No relation to a hippo. It was related to crocodiles. That's why it was a crocodilian.
Could it leap?
Probably.
Is a hippo a pachyderm?
No, I think it's African.
You just made me give my microphone a very strange look.
Hold on. Jen said, I like to remind myself that even baby elephants can kill them. It would be with cuddles, so maybe it'd be worth it. But their weight, they can't help it.
They don't cuddle.
fall on
They
you.
don't have arms. They can't cuddle. It would crush you to death. It would trample you.
That's
They cuddle with their trunk.
Big things like elephants can creep and sneak, and you don't think about it because you just think about the lumbering weight thing. But
elephant.
Have you heard the one about this guy? He's given this job by his boss is this millionaire. Keeps giving him weird jobs, and gives him this job to look after this gorilla he's got on this island. He says, you got to feed it every day, but whatever you do, don't touch it. So the guy goes, okay, I'll do that. And he's there for a week, on this island. He's feeding the gorilla, doesn't touch it. And one day he goes in, and he trips, and his hand accidentally slaps the gorilla's arm. And the gorilla looks at him, right? And it's chained up. And he backs away, and the gorilla just pulls at the chains and breaks through the wall and comes after him. Well, he's off like a shot, isn't he? Out the door to the enclosure, and tries hiding in the house on this island, right? The gorilla's out there looking for him. So he run all over this island. The gorilla keeps chasing him, hides in caves. The gorilla finds him. Climbs trees. The gorilla's up after him. He's everywhere. Eventually, he's run out of places to hide, and he's just panting there. And he thinks, I can't do this anymore. I just give up. I'm going to let the thing kill us and eat us. And as he's standing there, the gorilla comes up on him, towering over him, like this mountain of muscle and bristling fur. And it reaches out this paw, slaps him on the shoulder, says, take, and runs into the bushes.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Brown had two sons. One was named Mind Your Own Business. The other was named Trouble. One day, the two boys decided to have fun, play hide and seek. Trouble hid while Mind Your Own Business counted to 100.
Okay.
Mind Your Own Business began looking for his brother behind garbage cans and bushes. When he started looking in and under cars until a policeman approached and said, "What are you doing?" "Playing a game," the boy replied. "What's your name?" the officer questioned. "Mind Your Own Business." Curious, the policeman inquired, "Are you looking for trouble?" The boy replied, "Why, yes."
How'd you know?
How'd you know my brother's in trouble?
That would have been funny, apart from it was obvious what the punchline was going to be as soon as you started the joke.
Yeah.
My sound keeps phasing in and out. It's getting really warbly.
Well, we're about
So
to shut down anyway.
Oh, okay. I was gonna dart off and try to see if I could restart the iPad and see if that helped. But okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Tomorrow is Johnny Hellcat's new night, so look forward to that. As you saw in the commercial, there is on Wednesday there's the Hammer Wednesday show with Genty Maxey and Tyr Alexander. Thursdays is the new Discord night that nobody does anything. You also Friday is Sanguine, except for the first Friday of the month. It's either me or Mr. Adam, but next month probably will be Mr. Adam because we're alternating. Saturday is the Harry channel, and Sunday Harry channel with Skeptalk and Dr. Functional, and then Sunday is Lovable Kefki. I probably will be joining this weekend with you, Kefki, because we did movie night last week and we're doing Talking to Boy next week. So yeah. All right. Say goodbye to the semi-night people and the night people.
No.
Bye, Jen. Bye, Kefki.
Apparently, Rotten Corpse had a bet that you're going to yell that you hate this TFO at least twice. You only yelled it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucker.
No, because we only had one TFO that I actually hated. It's not like we had two.
And just remember, don't break anybody's heart. They only have one. Break their bones. They have 206.
Nice. All right, say goodbye,
don't forget
everybody.
the other piece of advice: never wrap your lips around a strange balloon.
What the hell?
Nickels.
Oh, my words are: never give anybody advice. You never know if it's going to be right or wrong.
All right.
That's my advice.
I certainly hope it's wrong.
All right. Now, say goodbye.
Bye.
Go away.
Bye, all.
Latest.
Closing time. Time for you to go out to the places you will be. Take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. Take me home. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.